there, YouTube? Well, look at this. For the first time in 23 days, I have jumped on the old Road King with Mount Rainier sitting right there in the background, catching some of the evening sun. I know that probably just looks like a speck to you, but at 50 miles away, she looks quite big to me. Damn GoPros. So anyway, this weekend is the threshing bee that I've talked about several times, and I've seen a lot of tractors and stuff heading out here, so I'm assuming they're coming out here getting ready. Well, there's a few things out there. They must be camping somewhere or something. That's kind of weird, because there's quite a few of them that Kelly and I passed while driving the cage home. But this whole thing will be just completely filled. It's tractor pulls and a bunch of old little motors and these little miniature motors and stuff, little tractor motors and stuff that run, and these old one lung steam engines that really cool old stuff. I'll come out here and take a bunch of pictures and video and stuff. Well, I knew this was going to happen. The sun's slipping behind there's like a cloud layer coming in over there. Wow. This will kind of diminish the view of the ride. Maybe I'll buzz out here to Hoe Road. My remote should stop at any point, because I should have went. Because I didn't charge it after riding the iron quite a bit on was that Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. And so I pulled the thing out and put it on the charger at work today. Got it all charged up, unplugged it, stuffed the thing in my bag, and I must have bumped the damn power button, or something in my bag bumped it and turned the damn thing on, because when I just turned it on, it was showing 1 bar of battery. That is so irritating when you go to use something and the battery's conked out on it. As you'll notice, also, I don't have the windshield on the Road King. It's actually very pleasant to ride it this way. Very pleasing. Well, without the sun in my face, I'll take the normal route around the Hoe Road. Kitty cat. Wow, that guy in that camper's hauling ass. But anyway, this is my my normal camera setup. You'll note that there's more wind noise, but you're probably also picking up more of the motorcycle. I think a little wind noise in the vlog kind of, this is just me, but I don't know, it adds some realism to it. If you have no wind noise at all, it's kind of almost eerie. It's almost like you dub the voice in afterwards, which I've had to do from time to time. There's a lot of bugs hitting me, so pardon me continuing to swipe my GoPro screen. I kind of like to know when I've ruined the view, so I don't go on and get home and realize the whole video's junk is a big nasty, you know, fruit fly or something stuffed in the middle of the screen. I'm sure you've all done that before. It's so irritating. Wow, they are really pelting me. The bad thing about that is the poor old Road King's getting it too. The last time I drove this thing was the day I gave it a bath. It sat for like 10 days, or God, what would that have been? Yeah, it sat for 10 days in my shop, and I mean, it was just nasty from the road trip. You know, because I got caught in the rain once, which just absolutely destroyed it. And then, well, I actually got caught in the rain twice, but the second one wasn't so bad. Strip boat took all the hit from that. But all I had done is, you know, when we're at the cabins or whatever, I just wiped the thing down with some just spray polish. Just hit the highlights, and that was it. So on the way back, hit all the bugs that you do, and oh, it was a mess. So I finally, you know, every day I go out in the shop at some point. They got tired of walking past the thing, and I actually threw a cover over it so I didn't have to look at it. But it's an old ATV thing, and it's the wrong size and doesn't fit the Road King. I think I got another one. Actually, I got several of them. I need to find the one that fits the Road King. So I think the one I put on the iron just literally drags on the ground. This one doesn't quite go over the fender. But anyway, I could see from the fender it was dirty. I couldn't stand it anymore. So on a Saturday the 26th of last month, I drug her out and spent about 4 hours watching it, and then took her for a nice little dry off ride, and that was the last time I rode it. I actually did a vlog on that. I even used a piece of that when I go to the backside of the Mossy Rock Dam. Wow, this thing is comfortable. Jeez. I've been riding the DR and the iron so much. Jump on this and it's like, whoa, this is cozy. So I want to come through here and take a bunch of pictures of my old barn there, but those people are always sitting outside, and I just don't want to get in the whole deal of why you stop and why you taking pictures of, I don't know if it's their barn or somebody else's barn. I have no idea. But you know, you get into that awkward conversation, you know, what are you doing? And people that don't know anything about photography just try to figure out why in the hell are you taking a picture? You know, who do you work for? What are you doing? You know, yeah, you know, it always ends up being weird. And you guys that do any photography stuff, you can get some really weird things, conversations when you're taking pictures of things. It's just something you think is cool. Look, you want to take a picture of it. You spend half a day explaining it to them. Well, this is private property. I'm standing on a road here, buddy. But looks like some kind of a parade. It is a little parade float trailer where they do their waving. Yeah, it's not very exciting down here when the sun hides behind the clouds. It's very comfortable to ride this thing without the shield. The bike up front is so big that, you know, just the bike itself blocks a lot of wind. It's not like riding a 72 without a shield. That sucker, you feel like you got a parachute. It's done opened up on you. It's trying to drag you off the back. There's gonna be a lot of deer out here. Still clear of bugs somehow. You should see my face shield. But anyway, I hope you guys I did a second vlog after I did the 5,000 or 5K service on the old iron. She's old now. She's broke the 5,000 mark. Time to trade her in. But anyway, I went for another ride. I literally don't even remember what the hell I talked about. But I'll look at that and see if there's something with that. I really need to, because a lot of times I just do a vlog and just ride around, talk about shit, and upload it to a computer when I get home and close the folder down and never go back. Man, you could just sense that, I mean, even though it's been in the 90s every day, you just have this sense that the season's about to change. In fact, later this week it's supposed to be, they're talking about a cooling trend. It's supposed to be in the upper 70s and lower 80s. But then, starting next week, we're back in the mid-90s again, which is it's kind of unusual for this area. Usually this time of year, you know, we're in the 80s. You know, high 80s is considered hot, but we have consistently been in the 90s, and you know, even 100 degrees a few times. Kind of crazy. Funny, this big old turd, how it just has this kind of just such a neutral and natural handling to it. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I don't have any thoughts of railing on it, but it just never does anything odd. You know, usually big heavy bikes, they've got some quirk. You know, they fall into the turns, or it takes excessive counter steer in turns. This thing is just so neutral and just pleasing to ride. You get up to higher, oh my god, it scared the hell out of me. You get up to higher speeds, and you definitely notice her weight and stuff, especially when you whoa up to hit a turn. You're just going, yeah, this is a heavy motorcycle. And she's not real fast, so I mean, quick. It goes plenty fast enough, but you know, she's no powerhouse by no means. That's all right. That's really something that never crosses my mind. Actually, the only time I thought about it was, you know, in these long, just crazy rolling hills. You know, I just, you know, keeping up with the other guys, it just kind of, I don't know, felt like I was just a tad pushing it, you know, to keep that 80, 85 speed limit going. I mean, she did fine. You give it gas, it just goes. But when you're giving it enough throttle, you hear the airbox barking. You know, that, to me, that's pushing it a little bit. Which, you know, racing around back roads and being silly and stuff, that's all fine. But when you're you know, 1,200 miles from home, and you're going mile after mile, and you just want to be very, very gentle to them. Don't want anything weird happening. I mean, you'd never hurt this thing, you know, running the shit out of it, but I'm just weird that way, I guess. I want things to last forever, because very seldom do I pick something and purchase it and decide I don't like it or want it. I mean, the last time I've done that in a really long time was and it wasn't I didn't like it, I just didn't feel comfortable riding it. It just was so, it was so not me that I just felt awkward and out of place. But it was fun as hell to ride, and it handled good. Was the 72. And man, I can't believe that thing being dyno tuned made that little sucker run that good. That thing was crazy. I mean, that thing really, really ran strong. I remember on this one road or ride with a Harley dealership with a group of guys. I mean, we were holding it like at around the 120 mark for like, God, it was like 7 miles coming back from Detroit Lake. I mean, we were passing cars like they're standing still, and I had the fairing on it and everything. That thing just bombed right along. That was crazy. Kept looking down at that speedo, and She's right at the end of her throw there, you know. There's no stopper. They'll keep going. But, you know, I'd look down at her and it's like, really? What the hell? What am I doing here? You know, passing these cars these crazy ways. You know, I'm like, man, this reminds me of being a silly dingbat kid. God dang, how long have I been talking? Of course, that damn light is just right to where I can't see it. But it's looking like 14 or 15 minutes. So anyway, that's way too long. I hope I didn't absolutely bore you to death. But I thought, well, I always take the camera with me when I go for a ride, but I thought I would take you guys along with me for taking the old Road King out after almost a month. A poor old gal sitting there in the garage all covered up, all nice and clean. Walk past her and she's, you know, whimpering, saying, "Get me dirty, damn it. I want to be ridden." So I decided to do just that. Man, what is it about the light on this thing? I think it says 16 minutes now. But anyway, so I do need to go. That's a 2 gigabyte video. So I'm just gonna mosey myself right the heck back on home before the bugs get too bad. Man, that sun goes down and the bugs see the headlights and they're just like a target. But you can see everybody pulling their tractors and everything out, getting ready for the threshing bee. So I'll come up with some kind of video or something with it. We'll play around with that Alpha 6000. See, I know it takes phenomenal video. I've already played around with a little bit of that. Jeez, crazy video. But anyway, so I'll take some pictures and video and do what I can with that. You guys should enjoy that if you're into these old nostalgic kind of things. I never miss that thing, and a lot of times it's the same people displaying the same stuff, and it's like, man, weren't you here for the last couple of years? Doesn't look like you sell much because you seem to have the same stuff. But oh well, it's fun. It's nice to see. So I need to go. I see 17 minutes. I'm gonna make a second file here. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening or day, whatever time of the day you're watching this thing. And thanks for hanging around. Thanks for all the comments and the likes and everything on the little series and stuff that I'm doing. I'm trying to get as much stuff as I can before the winter hits. And I mean, it's not like it's going to happen tomorrow, but it's going to happen soon enough. Now I'm in that panic mode. I need to go do something. I need to go do something. And I don't know what I'm planning next. I got a little idea, but I don't know how exciting that would be. But a lot of mountain peaks to go visit around here too. I've never taken you guys. Well, I did take you around Mount Hood, but we didn't explore. But anyway, I've definitely made a second file. I need to go. So I'll hang on enough to go across the Cowlitz River, and that'll be my goodbye. Of course, the Jersey barrier is probably gonna block the camera's view. Just down the river a ways is where I was the other day, where I met that kind of a creepy fisherman guy. So God, I feel like I should just go on. But I don't have far to get home. Oh, that's the other thing too, is all the Canadian geese flying over my house. That's never a good sign. When they start flying over, the end is near. So anyway, as I was saying, thank you guys very, very much. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye now.